We've got a very exciting announcement today. The Zebra Sarasa Prefill line has expanded to add the Sarasa Select to its lineup. Just to give you a refresher, or in case you aren't familiar with the Prefill, here are some Prefills I've shown in the past, some of my favorites that I use regularly. And this is a custom multi where I have customized whatever colors or tip sizes I like inside the barrel. Very similar to the more frequently known Coletto. But I like the Prefill better, and I have talked about that in many videos. So if you search Prefill on our YouTube channel, you can definitely get more in-depth topics about the Prefill. It is a pen that we include in our intermediate kit with a set of my favorite color of refills. So now they're expanding this to include the Sarasa Select barrels and 3 new colors of Prefill. Probably the most exciting thing for me is that they've added brown to the lineup. I know there will be other people out there who are equally excited about that. I have swatched here all 23 Prefill colors that are available now in terms of the Sarasa ink. We still, of course, have the Sudati and the Gymnok ink, and of course the pencil units. Now, someone did ask me if they're planning on eliminating the Prefill, and really there are no signs in terms of like the way the catalog is set up or the way the product is set up. There are no signs really yet that they're gonna discontinue the Prefill, because the Sarasa Select is gonna be available in 3 color and 5 color. And so I think they'll still keep this 4 color barrel in their lineup. I would be very sad if they discontinued it. I really like the profile of this barrel. And this, of course, was an old way they did the 5 color, but I do really like the new way a little bit better. So here are the current 5 color Sarasa Select barrels. Now what they're doing, at least for a limited time, is pre-filling it with 1.5 red ink. So you get 1 free ink to start in the 5 color. So this is blue-green. They're calling this one coral pink. This kind of like darker pink, they're calling magenta pink right here. And then they've got black and white. So those are the 5 new colors of Sarasa Select barrels. And now let me show you the 3 color. The 3 color is a much nicer profile in terms of slimness. So if you're someone who doesn't like a fat barrel, you usually prefer one or the other. I prefer a thinner barrel personally, but there are people who email me all the time that want like the fattest barrel we have because it's more comfortable for them when they're writing. So the same set of colors, you've got your black, white, blue, green, coral pink, and magenta pink in that 3 color. Now in the 3 color, you don't get the free red ink insert. That just comes in the 5 color. And now your 3 new colors are, I'll have to grab the Cobalt Blue, but Cobalt Blue, Blue Green, and Brown. I think there will be a lot of people excited that you can now put Blue, Green, and Brown in a custom multi. I will be swatching all these for you today in this video. I do want to show you this amazing tester pack they sent, and I did save aside a new unopened one. Here, let me zoom out. I'll go through everything that's in it, but you basically have a Prefill single tester size for every single Prefill Sarasa color. And then you also have several Sarasa Select, a 5 color, and 3 colors in here, including a cute Sarasa Select tester pad. We're gonna be doing a giveaway for this. Stay tuned for rules at the end of the video. All right, so using this pack, I'm gonna test all the colors. Let me zoom back in. I know people prefer that. Okay, so now I will test all these colors and kind of show what's in this pack. So you get a 5-color in coral pink, and then it's kind of funny they gave you that same coral pink in the 3-color filled with 3 colors: light pink, light green, and orange. And then this blue green, they've put black, red, and blue in. You think they would put the brand newly released colors in there. I don't know why they decided to do that, but oh well. I'm wondering, oh yeah, that's for if you have a pencil in there. Okay, so, sorry, I'm mumbling to myself. Here are our tester packs so that we swatch everything for you. Are we still in the camera? Okay, all right. So, these are really cool. So these are white barrel Prefill singles that say Sarasa Select on them, and in Japanese it says tester on it. Right here it says tester. So let's just go ahead and start testing these colors. So these are all being tested in 0.5 because that's what size testers they gave me. I like to go a little finer with 0.4. I think it's nicer for my handwriting, but it really is just personal preference. I want to make sure, yeah, this one is the light pink. No, that one's the pink. I can generally tell just by laying it down which one's which, because the light pink is actually a brighter pink. Yeah, okay. So this first one is regular pink. I think this is a gorgeous pink. I like pinks that have a teeny tiny bit of orange in them. So that's light pink. Now we'll do the, oh, let's not forget about magenta. Magenta is one of my favorite Prefill colors. I know I've talked a lot about this before. So the reason they have these singles here is these would go in the display so you could test out the different colors. These are not for individual sale. I just realized that that might be very confusing, especially if you're not that familiar with the Prefill. So the way to get this like set of every single color in these testers is going to be through the contest that I describe at the end. You can, of course, buy, we sell Prefill, sorry about my dog. I usually lock him out of the filming room. We do sell the Prefill Surari individuals that you can put any of the individual Sarasa Prefills in the same way you can put them in here. So that's an option if you really like these skinny pens here. Now I have to remember if this one is called apricot orange or what. Oh yeah, oh, red orange. So this was my bad. This one is red orange. That is a quiz I wouldn't want to fail, knowing which Prefill colors I sell. Okay. This one is regular orange. I didn't see where they had them labeled at first, and now I do. So it should be a little more smooth sailing from here on out. Okay, that's regular orange. Now let's do the yellow, which is gorgeous. I never thought I would want to write with yellow gel, but so good. Isn't that beautiful? This one I can tell has gotten loose from inside there, so there, fixed it. Okay. Let's go with light green next. Now we're gonna do this new blue-green color. Just so exciting. So you may or may not know, this blue-green color is already available in the Sarasa clip. It just wasn't available in the Prefill lineup yet. And now it is as of today. Super exciting. Well, today meaning the day I'm recording this video. Usually goes up a little later. Okay, and so now we've got light blue. Now for my favorite all-time ever color in the Prefill lineup is the pale blue. The pale blue is also available in the Sarasa clip line. I've probably already talked your ear off about that one. Okay, so now this is another new color, the Cobalt Blue. Now, I can see why they decided to add Cobalt Blue to the lineup, and that is because Sarasa's regular blue is very dark, and that's actually one reason I like it. See how much darker this blue is than the Cobalt Blue? So I think they wanted a more primary colored blue in the Sarasa clip line, which they really didn't have yet, because I feel like their blue is quite close to a blue-black would be. And then of course they also have this blue-black. It's fun seeing them all lined up together like this. You can just see the nuances of the colors. I'm gonna come back up here and make sure it's not like getting all blurry or whatever. Gorgeous, right? Okay, now we're gonna do this new brown. It's the same as the Sarasa brown, in case all that wasn't obvious yet. I sometimes call this tea brown, so it's probably a more accurate translation for it. Depends on how you like to translate brown. And then this one is their purple. I would like it if they'd get a darker violet in the Sarasa lineup, but you know, I'm pretty happy with the colors they have so far. And of course, here's their black. Gorgeous. And finally, they have the 5 shiny colors. making 23 colors now in the Prefill. Now the way we have this on our site, the Prefill colors, the shiny colors that I'm about to swatch are actually set up on a different product than all these other colors. So I'll link both below so that you have a link to both of those products. So look at the shiny colors, how they gave us like a sparkly black barrel. I think that's pretty cool. So the gold is already sticking out here, so why don't I just go ahead and start swatching that one first. I am gonna go to a new page here. And then am I still okay here in the frame? Yeah. So here is the beautiful gold. It is 0.5 millimeter. And then why don't we do the silver next? Shiny gold and shiny silver. Looks amazing on black too. I have swatched these before on my channel on black, if you're interested. So here's the shiny green. The shininess is really a cool metallic sheen that probably is hard to show up in photography. So it's one of those ones that you almost just have to try for yourself. See it in person, put it on white, put it on black, and just experiment with it because it is a very cool metallic gel ink. You can write on photographs with this shiny metallic ink. That was one thing it was designed to do. And Sarasa ink is archival. That's another question we get sometimes. So those are the shiny colors. Let me see, maybe we'll zoom like this. There. Maybe if I tilt it, you can see better the shininess. I'm not sure. But you generally get the idea, and I have swatched that one before. So why don't we together build a pen? Because if it is your first time building one of these, it might actually be harder than somebody who's more experienced would think. So why don't we build this 5-color? We'll keep the red inside of it that they already gave us. And I'm super excited about the 0.4 blue-green and 0.4 brown, so I will start by trying those in there. So let me show you here. Can you see the holes inside of this pen where you will be popping the inserts into? So I'm gonna go ahead and, tip up like this. So this end is going to be popped into one of those holes, and you can tell it's popped in because it'll grab like this. Now, whatever you do, don't try to pull these out. I definitely have customers that have broken their Prefill trying to do that. Please don't do that. It makes everyone, including yourself, sad. And then pop. Okay, so let me just take out some of my favorites from here. I'm gonna do a pale blue and blue black. It's really hard to leave magenta behind though. And I generally hold on to these refills while I pull these ink stoppers off the ends. And I don't take these off until I'm ready to use the pen because they do help keep your pen fresher longer. Okay. So now I have a 5-color Sarasa Select. Of course, I could have put pencil in here or whatever else I wanted to customize in my pen. And actually, I might have a pencil unit nearby that I could show you how that works. Okay, so the pencil unit just looks like this. It looks like another refill, but with a pencil on the end of it. Sorry, why don't I just temporarily take out this red one and then pop this pencil in here. Oops, I lost my lead. I would never put in more than 2 leads at a time because of the jamming issue I've talked about plenty on this channel before. All right, so where did I put the pencil? I put the pencil here. Okay, I'm sorry. Dopey dope. You're gonna need to put the pencil in the unit that has this larger nubby thing on there, the colored larger nubby thing, in order for it to work correctly. Okay. Okay, and so then you'll use this to propel the lead. Does that make sense? So if you want the pencil, seems to me like you're gonna have to use it in this larger nubby one that looks different than the others. That way you can propel the lead. Like that. And on this one, you could use this larger one or the top. That's what the top was for, but they didn't do that aspect on the Sarasa Select, so that's kind of interesting. They made it pretty easy to see what color you had going on in here while you're using it, because they gave you your clear bottom, but then also this right here, which I think is really helpful. I'm glad that they did that. All right, so you made it this far into the video. So in order to win this enormous, awesome, you can't buy it tester gift pack with all this stuff, what we want you to do, and I think this will be the easiest way for us to keep track of this, instead of doing it through YouTube where it's almost impossible to tell who's entered and becomes this big administrative hours-long process on our end, we're going to do the contest over on Instagram. So we're Tokyo Pen Girl on Instagram, and I will have shared this on Instagram. It is linked below to the post that I'm referring to. And to enter, you need to post on your own Instagram. You need to reshare our post. And you don't need to tag anyone but us. Tag us so that we can see it and just share it on your Instagram profile. No need to be like tagging friends. I find that kind of spammy and obnoxious. So please don't worry about that. Just tag us so that I know that you've entered. That's how I'll keep track of you entering. And then we'll get a hold of the winner, which will just be by random drawing. We'll get a hold of the winner 1 week from the time this video goes up, we'll get a hold of the winter via direct message and Instagram, okay? So this is gonna be off YouTube. But the reason I'm talking about it on YouTube is because I wanna make sure all of our YouTube people, because there are more of you on YouTube than on Instagram, I wanna make sure you all can enter if you want to. So do let us know if you have any questions about that. I hope you are as excited about the Sarasa Select and the new Prefill colors as I am. Please have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.